What should I check off of my projects for January today? I think I know. Hi friends, my name is Lynn if you're new here, and this is Bucket List Homestead. And as you see, we are going to do something with this big bag of frozen tomatoes I found when I was organizing my freezers for the Three Rivers Homestead Pantry Challenge back in December. I did not get all my tomatoes processed in the fall. As you can see, I found one whole bag of frozen tomatoes in my freezer, but that's okay because I am going to check off, in case you didn't guess, tomato soup off my projects for January. And I'm actually getting through them. This will make me halfway through my projects. I might even do a second one today. I might even get started on freezing that darn garlic of mine. This is terrible. I don't feel so bad because Jessica at Three Rivers also said that she needs to deal with her garlic. She still has a big basket. Luckily, it's still, I looked through it, it's still all good, but how much longer can it be? I've already put a few aside to keep fresh, but I'm going to be getting to that, peeling it and mincing it and freezing that into these trays I bought that are for freezing herbs. They're the perfect amount for freezing garlic, so I'm going to get them frozen up. I'm going to get to them. I need to get to them or they're going to rot. So, but right now it's tomatoes, and I'm going to make for my lunch today roasted tomato soup. This sounds amazing. I'm probably the only one in the house who likes tomato soup just like as a soup. I use it in other things which the family will eat, but there's nothing like tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwich. And I stopped buying Campbell's tomato soup quite a few years ago when I realized there was more sugar in one little can of condensed tomato soup than there was in a Hershey's chocolate bar. That's crazy. Like that's insane. And even the organic soup that I buy, it may have organic cane sugar, but it's still sugar. It doesn't have as much, but it's still up there. So I'm going to try and make my own, and I'm just going to add the cream to my particular bowl because if it's good, I'd like to can this up possibly or freeze it because this is going to probably make a lot of soup. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is get my frozen tomato softballs into a sink with some warm water to get the peelings off. And I just scrubbed this sink. It's very, very clean. So they're in there getting all happy. And that will get, we'll just slip the skins off. I've got my oven preheating to 400 degrees. I am going to get my roasting pan ready with some olive oil and some cloves of garlic. And we're going to roast these tomatoes for a good 40 minutes. I just want to show you how easily the skins come off. Da, da, da. When you freeze them and then put them into warm water. Okay, a few more to go. There, they're all skinned. And I just want to say, I take the skins off because the skins give David and I both insane acid reflux. Like, so I don't eat the tomato skins anymore. But they're not going to go to waste. I'm going to give them some chickens and they're going to turn them into eggs. Okay, it's been 45 minutes and I'm going to transfer all of this to my pot. I would do this normally in my Dutch oven, but I'm going to need my Dutch oven later today for my sourdough bread that I'm making. And because these were frozen and I roasted them, all the water came out, which is perfect because I won't have to add any water to this. And it's basically flavored tomato juice. I do have canned tomato juice. I canned myself last fall. If I have to add a little more, I'm going to add that. But I think we're going to be pretty good. There's quite a bit of juice that came out of this. So now I'm just going to use my immersion blender and blend it all up. If you do not have one of these, you can use a blender. Okay, so it's nice and smooth. So the recipe, normally I'd use fresh basil, but don't have fresh basil. I always mean to grow some in my window in the kitchen. I made just a little mess, but for the most part, I managed to do that, including transferring it to the pot without making a mess. So we're just gonna say woo woo for that. But so I was saying normally I would put fresh basil in, and when I was blending it all, I would have the fresh basil in, but like I said, I don't have any. So this is basil I grew last year. So I'm gonna say that's close to 2 tablespoons. And the same amount of oregano. A little less than the oregano. Give this a stir. And we are going to let this simmer on low for at least an hour, which would put us close to lunchtime. So that should be perfect. And I'm not going to add any salt right now. I'm going to let it simmer for a bit. And because I added a good amount of salt when they were roasting, and then I'll see if it needs more. So, boy, am I looking forward to lunch today. Well, it's been over an hour, and it's been steeping, and it smells good. Grace said it smells like, what did you say, Grace? An Italian restaurant in here, and it does. I tried a little bit of it, and it does not need any salt. Gracie tried a little bit, and she said it was really good, too. So we're just going to take that off the heat. I'm just going to add a little bit of a cream to mine. And you can garnish this with some Parmesan cheese. I think mine's still frozen, so I'm not gonna. But I am gonna try it for you. So let me just mix up that cream. Oh, that looks beautiful. It smells amazing. Okay. Wow. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Very simple. It took no time at all. Wow, that is really good. With a grilled cheese sandwich, this would be amazing. When I was little, I used to put saltine crackers on top. But a little bit of Parmesan cheese would be good with this, so I'll do that next time. But I really hope you give this a try. It's probably one of the easiest lunches I've ever had to make. If you really like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you really like my channel, if you share it on your social media with your friends and family, I appreciate that more than I can tell you. Until then, God bless, take care, and we'll see you all soon.